Fancy Kennedy here with Anthony Ausgang, looking at Victor Hayden's work.
Yeah, this is just such a really extraordinarily lyrical piece, and with the applied shadows and stuff. I mean, it's not a flat graphic equation, really. With those shadows, it seems to be three-dimensional. And I really appreciate that. You see the two figures. What's going on with them? Wow. It's really beautiful. So, that's my favorite aspect of his work. I kind of think he's better as a graphic artist than a painter. Amazing stuff. So, unfortunately, I never got to know him personally, but when I was asked to curate the show in LA, they gave me these two banana boxes of all his families and stuff. So that's kind of how I got to know him. Constructed it in my mind.
Well, I was telling Dave, there's dead heads, there's parrot heads. I was a zappa head. So I came into it like this. Oh, he's Captain Beefheart's cousin? Because I remember Captain Beefheart because he did an album with Prince Albert. Bongo Fury.
That's right.
Like, Frank and Captain Beefheart went to high school together.
Mm-hmm, they sure did in Antelope Valley. And just outside of that place. Which is interesting because that's how this Victor Hayden is involved in this equation, is because he was out there in the high desert Antelope Valley, which we love.
Dave Portnow. Good to see you, brother.
It's a pleasure. Nice to see you, Fancy. Are we on Twitch? Are we on the radio?
Yeah, well, we will be. I'll save this for later.
Okay. So, why don't you just go with Anthony I would like you to also talk to the winemaker. I'd like to talk to Anthony about Victor, but also...
Good. How are you?
Have you...
Dave.
This is... and you'd appreciate...
High school report now.
All right.
You're a big architect fan. Well,
Fancy
he had
Kennedy.
Formula One, and he took me to the track by my house, and he asked me to give me a chance to ride it. I turned him down. But his dad was the architect behind most of the Bayliner boats. Was it all or most of them? All of them? Most of them.
Right. And they made a lot of them in this region.
They were all made in this region.
They were the biggest builder in the world.
Yeah, my mom's boyfriend used to make Bayliners in the 70s.
Well, she worked.
Yeah, we're from Bellingham.
Yeah, she worked for his dad. Yeah,
Great small world.
I would say so. Why don't you do your stuff, and I think Anthony later.
Well,
Anthony,
you're going to
sure
speak.
Anthony has
You're going to speak at 7:30, right?
Sure, man.
Yeah, you're going to speak. I'll film you speak, and then do you want to
introduce you to Vixen too, since she's working and.
Yeah.
So part of, I'm sorry, what is it?
It's the biggest boat manufacturer in the world.
Yeah, just pleasure boats, recreational stuff.
Well, your dad was also into speed, right?
Yeah.
Oh, his dad had the biggest.
Yeah.
Was it the biggest? Your dad had the biggest Testarossa collection in Washington or in the U.S.?
I don't know if it's the biggest, but a lot of.
His dad had a phenomenal Testarossa collection.
This is nuts. So you actually
He's into speed.
Yeah, my dad had the John.
Well, you had it.
Special.
That was what? So that's
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, like mid-70s.
Jackie's.
That's great.
Yeah, that's good.
Fancy Kennedy here at the Vino Aquino winery, where I'm joined by Anthony Ausgang, the phenomenal lowbrow artist, and David Portnow, and we are looking at the artwork of Victor Hayden. Rest in peace.
But then I get the people are like, oh yeah, I'm totally an artist, but then they're like a full-on.
Yeah, I'm here. It's opening night, and Anthony Ausgang is going to speak about Victor Hayden's work. All thanks to David.
Yeah,
I
would like to introduce you to somebody else. This is Alex Lilly from Riot Cop.
Fancy Kennedy.
Chris, come here, please.
Homeless Hinders.
So he drove here from Portland to see the show. So I asked him about that.
Nice.
And
Awesome.
this is another man you have to have on your show. You also need to have Chris
What about
Looney.
the girl in the red dress? Excuse me. Okay,
So
I'll pay attention.
you've heard of the infamous Kitsap Furry Riot movie,
Yes.
obviously.
Yes.
This is the director of this. We needed
Of the
everything
film.
on that.
And now,
Chris
is that
Looney-
little animated claymation one?
Yes. No. That's the Demonizers Fuck Off video.
Oh, okay.
No, he did a film, a short film as well.
What you need though?
So yeah.
It's very funny.
So cool. Yeah, and so I'm going to interview a band from LA that is called the Scurvy Dogs.
Oh yes.
And we're going to play their.
They're coming up
Yeah,
here.
and the movie's going to open for them. Dave just told me about it, and I'm going to also be interviewing their manager on my show. I have a Friday show that's on KOUBradio.com. KOUB FM out of Portland owns the station. Yeah, so it's sick. And my homie is Billy Bolt, and he has the Monday show called Thrash Zone, and he is the general manager of the streaming station. I have the Friday show. Mine's called Punk Rockersy. I'm doing a historical perspective on regional music, so interviewing the people that Dave grew up with, basically is what I'm doing. You know, I just had Art Gillette on the show. My show is on right now. I left it. Chris Hanzik, the founder of CZ Records, is the interview that's playing right now while we're doing this. Because I recorded him. I did Art Gillette over the phone, and then I left it on auto, and it's going to play the Chris Hanzik video. Tell me about your band.
My band is called Riot Cop, and I have been watching the police get more and more militarized for the last 20 years. So I've been commenting on that, and
Oh, right. David told me about you in our interview. I remember now.
basically what I've been watching, documenting that in artwork and in music. And so what we do is we get our stuff together for the day. We go to the latest riot. Then anything that happens in the riot, any beatings, all that stuff, because there's been a lot lately, then
Right.
we write songs about what happened that day, film everything, and then put everything together on reel-to-reel that night, and basically do songs about the day's events as they happen. So we're basically doing like riot song footage.
Wow. And now, is it just Portland riots, or are you doing the Jilly Johns, the yellow vests in France and stuff like that?
I mean, some of that footage is ending up in it,
Is
but,
what-
but we go to where the scenes are, and they are definitely happening in Portland on a very consistent clip. It's been a little bit terrifying, actually, because nowadays.
Right, so you know all about how they insert people into they'll make, have trouble causers, and then there's all kinds of tricks that the cops use to trigger, like maybe they'll hire their own protagonists to come in. Who knows what goes on?
Possibly, I mean, I'm not really into the conspirituality
Right.
aspect of it, but like I know that everyone is so ratcheted up that the cops don't even have to do stuff like that because everyone is so ideologically intense right now.
Oh,
And
yes.
everyone is at each other's throats so intensely, and everybody is so ideologically ratcheted up that they would do anything to anyone to save the world, one, and two, for fame, glory, which is
Right.
kind of becoming a problem. So it's actually, I'm sort of been noticing it turn into a movement of sadism almost, because
Right.
now I'm watching the people themselves get ratcheted up and riot here. So now we got riot police, and then on the right wing side and the left wing side.
Well, it is the mob. I mean, the postmodern collapse in the mob, and it's like Rome.
Well, we're entering into, I think, what is a dark age where people have AR-15s and iPhones, and So all these mass shootings, there was another mass shooting today. All these mass shootings are just, you know, they're showing what the future is going to be.
Right.
It is like technological, like dark age. Especially if everybody is gaining fame by destroying people online and starting, you know, chat groups against each other. And then you want to be an enforcer for your team so that you have group belonging and you like belong to your clique or club.
Right.
And then you just start accusing everyone to make yourself
I don't remember what my
you know,
number is.
bellicose accusations, instilling group affirmation, and then you become the leader of the game. Then it all turns into soccer teams. That essentially everyone seems to have the same skinhead outfit. They just seem to.
Yeah, it's this.
So
The recruiting people to become skinheads and whatever they're doing today, dude. You know what I mean? I'm in my 50s. I've seen it all over and over again. Different suit, different. You're on the left, you're on the right. It's the same shit, bro. You know what I mean? And it's got its good and bad things. Because one thing, it tears the society down, it tears government down. It's like every time the government sees us tearing at each other, like they're like, oh, good, we can make them tear themselves down. But you know what I mean? They never win because we always evolve. You know, and it's just like it's a systemic.
My latest one-liner is, as the right destroys the world, the left destroys itself. I wish it wasn't true, but
Yeah.
so I don't know. We're living in very, very sketchy times.
Yeah, Dave said you'd be a great one to talk to. This is great. Yeah, so we'll have to get you guys on the show too.
Sure.
You know, for an official interview.
I mean, we're
And
doing a lot of really, really intense work on this stuff and really.